Another video here by Shibuya Republic or the Tokyo Real Estate Man. I'm filming to you from the beautiful beach of Kitsilano Beach, and it's sunny today. And I just finished my Medicine Ball Man workout or Medicine Ball Man video. And uh, today's topic is the real estate bears. And I'm gonna start by this video by saying I have a lot of sympathy and including in the ear of the real estate bears. I like them, except for Bill Ferguson. I think he's a really rude jerk. But like Luke from Market Mania and Form a Fist or the other real estate, the big kind of Canadian real estate bear channels. Mike Martin's had a good one too, right? I have a lot of sympathy for what they're saying, but that's me mentally, and I have an ear for it, and I like it's always a possibility of like a bear market is always a possibility, and I always like that scenario is always playing through my head. Uh, but they kind of been wrong. They've been wrong. Like you watch like Market Mania's Mania. I love his channel. It's a funny. He has good stats on his channel, Luke, and he's also funny. And then he's also really good at answering comments and that. But uh, like right now, one of the main things he talks about on his channel is like a recession coming. Yeah, that could come. Yeah, I don't really think that's. I think the recession is like always overplayed. I'm like, yeah, recession. People can deal with it. Uh, and homeowners probably resilient, so they can probably deal with like recessions better than you think. I think that's just my opinion. And then he talks about what I would call now this shadow foreclosures happening right now, which is like the banks extending and pretending, which they're doing. They're taking 30-year loans and they're going to turn them into 35-year loans and 40-year loans. But yeah, the banks. The, if you don't understand banking, banking is a total scam. Still a scam. I mean, I figured it out right from the first property that I got a loan on. I was signing for or hankoing, because in Japan you had the hanko. I was hankoing for the loan, and then they handed me what's called the kite or the check or the bank draft. Okay, and I handed that over to the seller, and I thought to myself, hold it a second, man, they just printed that up over there, and now you're up for this, and I got to go into the economy and perform now to make this loan or make sure the rent is paid or whatever if it's an investment property. So yeah, banking's a scam. So the banks have like power, whether it's a 40-year or a 35 or 30-year loan. The banks don't really care, right? Because they've given up nothing. They printed a check over there, and they're they're using their institutional uh, power to create a surplus on nothing. So it's a total scam. So like I think that when Luke tries to, or yeah, when Luke right now, particularly Luke is makes this argument for like the shadow uh, foreclosures are happening. You're right, and the banks just they don't care. I mean, there's an element of the matrix in the banking system that holds people down. They don't mind to hold people down for a 50-year mortgage. It's going to make them perform. So, like that's part of the scam of banking, and like so, Luke, I would say to you that that's where you're getting it wrong, man. They don't care to extend it, and they basically the extension they're making is based on nothing, paper. So, I think the Bears, like in their, like I understand they're looking at it like that, but when you start to move away and start to look at it from the big picture, man, uh, I think that's what you got to look at. Um, But I do have like I said, like the possibility of a bear market or some pressure coming on Canadian real estate. Yeah, that's always possible. But I think that like the way that you need to fight the banking scam, okay, is through hard assets, man. Like if you don't think this inflation is over right now, are you kidding me? No, I mean the financial system is falling down in chunks right now, man, and they're gonna print, man. So like, if people can get into like some sort of real estate or like land or hard assets of some sort, I think they're making a good move. I've studied like the central banks and the banking system for the last 30 years of my life, man, and like I've positioned myself right now for this. I've never sold a piece of real estate that I bought. I've never sold a valuable antique car, and I own a few of them that I like. One of them I run the business out of. I've never sold it because I watched the banks how they operate. So that's the main argument that I would have against the real estate bears. And the other smaller argument is like you need a place to live anyway, okay? And that whether that's going to be uh, through the form of a mortgage or rent, uh, like Luke's plan. Okay, Luke, you gotta. I like Luke's plan. Luke's plan is to leave Canada. He's living in Alberta, to leave Canada with his partner, okay, and then go somewhere and grind it out. He's gonna be a he's gonna go wherever he goes. He's gonna be able. You can tell he's a hard worker and he's a hustler, man. He's gonna go wherever it is. He's gonna hustle, right? And then their plan is to come back here to Canada and get a to get something that could work or it could not work. They could print enough money that it's anything that any effort that you made in investing or saving is outstripped by the inflation. So I don't know. I think the safer way is to get it if you can. And then after you get it, can you subdivide it? Is there something that what is there a way that you can is there a way that you can pay the debt down faster? Or is there a way that you can subdivide the units so you can bring some income into it? I don't know. Like I think that you have to like my apartment down here in Vancouver that we work in where uh like my family lives there to go to school here, right? But I also like do all the fabrication for the shop on my dining room table with my sewing machine every morning. Because I make it with my hands. It's sewed with me. Or so is there something that you can bring? Can you bring a business or something? Is there a plus that you can some sort of plus alpha factor that you can bring uh, into the real estate purchase that you made that can help you pay it off quicker? Is there a way you can subdivide it and rent something? Is there a way that you can put a loft into the unit, for example, if you can't afford a two-bedroom unit? Is there a way you could put a loft into the bedroom or something like that? Make sure it's high ceiling or into the living room where that can be the bedroom for your kids. Like that's the kind of thing that you have to do to make it work. So in my estimation, like where the Bears have got it wrong is like, and in Luke's analysis right now with the shadow defaults that are kind of happening, okay, is that the banks don't care. They're on their pay. They're playing their paper Ponzi scheme game. So whether Luke is right or wrong, I don't know. I can't tell you. I'm not. I don't have that answer, right? I mean, surely even the greatest bulls like Owen Bigland always make the argument, oh, you have to buy it and hold it for 8 years. Like that's he even makes these sort of when he says to hold it for 6, 7, 8 years, he's bowing to the bears because he knows that the possibility of a downturn or a long downturn is possible. So, but I still think you're better to buy and own if you can, okay? Because you want to own that hard asset to fight against the central banks. Yeah, they're not your friends, man. Banks are never your friends. Never make that mistake, man. Pay the loan off. Even if you like, I hear people talk about like invest, always to keep your investment loan if you can. If you're in an expansionary part of your life where you're confident you can expand your real estate investments, I would say it's a good idea not to pay your loans off. But it's never a mistake to pay your loan off. Never a mistake if you're a conservative person. That's why I think it's a good investment to pay some of your loan down. You can get that payment lower every month. You can pay it all off. You're going to just have freedom on your side. Anyway, another video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man. Shibuya Republic, Vancouver, or Vancouver Shibuya Republic. Always forget which order I put it in. But hey, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.